into a very special AZ Audibles coming to you from Valle, Luna, and Chandler. We're joined by Casteel head coach Bobby Newcombe. Bobby, they say no off days. So I want to know, how has your off season been going so far?
You know, it's been full, a lot of really good things. We got players that are getting a lot of looks from colleges right now.
Yeah.
Brock Dew's gotten a lot of offers from a lot of Ivy League schools. A lot of big schools are starting to come around too. So we're really excited for him. We're excited for our players. Our players are working really hard too. They're out on the field working hard. They're in the weight room working hard. We have our coaches bought in. Coaching staff is coming back. So there's a lot of really good energy. There's a great foundation at Casteel, and it's a great time to be a Colt.
You really hit the ground running at Casteel. It's crazy to think you're entering your third season already. What did you learn between season 1 and season 2 from a coaching perspective that you're going to take into this 2020 season?
You know, I just confirmed a lot of stuff. You let the players lead. You know, you set the foundation there with values and principles, things like that, but you let them lead, you let them define the culture that they want, and you let the seniors really decide what kind of senior season they want, what kind of atmosphere and energy they want. And so we've had a great group of seniors. We've had a great group of players who love football, who love Casteel, and love to be around their guys.
Now, you mentioned the buy-in. Your guys are buying in. What is it that you're preaching to them or speaking to them and that they're buying in? What is it?
Yeah, Sandy, it's exciting. It's really exciting. What they bought into is the culture and energy. You know, I go in the locker room every day. I pretty much live in there, and when I have the players come in there, they turn the music up. They start dancing and they're singing the lyrics and all that. But then when we go out to the field, time to train, they lock in and focus. It's pretty cool to see them flip that switch, turn it on and turn it off, but enjoy the whole process. And that's what's going on at Casteel right now.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Dane Kristensen, your quarterback, had a remarkable season, over 3,500 total yards, a whole bunch of touchdowns. Is he just sort of scratching the surface, though, in terms of how good he is going to be through Casteel and whenever he goes to play college?
Absolutely. Be specific, 30 touchdowns, 9 rushing.
All right. Okay. I knew it was close to 40 total touchdowns.
And the biggest stat is 74% passing. 74% completion rate. So, and I think the biggest thing about Dane that's not really mentioned a whole lot, we talk about it internally, is his leadership skills. He's a phenomenal people person. He's a great leader. He's vocal. He's not afraid to get in anybody's face on the field, but in a way that's respected by his teammates. You know, he's a mentor to the younger quarterbacks in the program. We got a special one coming up named Landon Jury too. That's going to be a special player coming up. But Dane's a great mentor to him. He's a great role model for him, and he's a kid that just leads our program in a great way.
Now, what does Brock Dew bring to your program?
Brock Dew brings that model Casteel Colt, from a student to a community representative to a ferocious monster on the field. You know, he'll be the nicest guy when you meet him on campus or in the community. Shake your hand, you know, smile and all that. But between 5 and 8 seconds after that snap goes off, you don't want to be in a different color jersey at all. You know, and he models that. He models the master craftsman and the technician that we want all our players to have as well. We use them as an example all the time in our program.
It's sort of an open-ended question. Describe what it's like coaching in an area that is surrounded by so many power schools, and there's so many ridiculously talented players in the Southeast Valley. For you as a head coach, what's that like? Just, again, open-ended question.
I think it's great because we get to interact and mingle with a lot of great coaches too, you know. So that's one thing I've been fortunate to do, even before I was a head coach. You know, I was a youth football coach as well, coaching flag football and pee-wee tackle football and basketball and all that stuff. And so I have players at every single one of those schools, even now, that I've coached in youth ball. So I've interacted with those coaches forever, and there's a lot of great feedback I get from them, even when we're competing on the field. We want to beat each other, but at the same time, there's a respect level that happens between us. And you know, it's great to have kids have options too, you know. So we get to build off each other, we get to learn from each other, and, you know, share feedback. And so it's been great competition so far.
Now, speaking of the talent around you in the other schools, just 2 years ago you were 3A.
Yep.
And now you're jumping up to 6A. That is a fast transition. How are you preparing for this next season?
Yeah, you know, Sandy, it was a big jump pretty quick. But when I first got the job a couple years ago, they told me, you know, Bobby, you're going to be 6A in a few years. Just be prepared for that. So the foundation's already been established in our program to be that elite level program already anyway. Our kids have really bought into the whole vision and culture piece of it. We have great leaders in the program. So we're excited about the opportunity that finally came, and that we're going to be in there next year with this group of seniors going into it. So it's great for us.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Coach.
Yeah.
This was another edition of AZ Audibles, a very special edition coming to you from Valle, Luna, in Chandler.